To many people in the rock world, Dave Grohl can do no wrong. The same opinion usually applies for Foo Fighters. It is now 9 albums in a world of onstage shenanigans, and for the Foos, now the Concrete and Gold has come. Whether you are a fan of the band's music or not, it's hard to deny their permanent mainstay in the rock and alternative world for the past 2 decades. So when it comes to new music from Foo Fighters, just about everyone wants in, including a huge name like Justin Timberlake, who provided some background la-las because why not? The band is a household name even without the Nirvana attachment, and that is saying something. So, how does Foo Fighters in 2017 fare? Concrete and Gold in the short description is a slower and deeper jam session than the previous few releases, Wasting Light and Sonic Highways. Where those 2 albums had some energy in the sound, what most people will notice about Concrete and Gold is this feels like a true in-studio old-style rock and roll vibe, where you can easily envision these men playing their music in a bar together. That is not meant in a negative connotation, as Foo Fighters are currently headlining the big festivals like Voodoo Fest to tens of thousands of people along with their massive tours. What I meant by that is the vibe Concrete and Gold gives is the attempt at a calming mood in a groove-filled rock album. Comparing this sound to the previous few albums or even the works of the 90s really may stick out in a different way. On the first listen all the way through, you were introduced to a short 83-second opener that leads into the first single and arguably the best song on the album, Run. This was the long build with different speeds, great delivery from Grohl, and an all-around fun listen to music that Foo Fighters have provided over the years. When I first heard Run and saw the ridiculous and oddly shocking but funny music video, I really liked it. It's the build into the chorus and the guitar riffs that follow along with Grohl's shouting that makes this song feel huge because there is so much going on. If the rest of Concrete and Gold would have had this type of passion and sound, then it could have been something fantastic. Unfortunately, the rest of the album does not match that. I stand by that Concrete and Gold is a slower, deeper sound than the previous 2 albums, but it also is a very steady ride that doesn't elevate much past the second track of the album. For every song that is a highlight like Sunday Rain featuring Paul McCartney, there is a 3-song stretch of nothing truly memorable. It was after my second full listen all the way through that I realized there wasn't much to pull me back into the album and make me want more. Run, Sunday Rain, they stood out in a good way, and the other release single Disguise the Neighborhood definitely isn't bad, but that description can be said about almost all of the album. It's not bad, but it's also not great. Sir Paul's guest drum work is nice to hear, and Sunday Rain is a peaceful listen. It's a slow burn that you settle into with Grohl's softer singing in the rhythm. There are good tracks that have some value like Dirty Water and Arrows also, but admittedly even those tracks don't have much replay value or make you crave hearing this album on a loop. And that's the big killer for Concrete and Gold. For every song with substance, there is one that truly feels like filler. La-Di-Da is a fuzzy spastic track but doesn't have much behind it. Make It Right and the title track don't really add much in variety, as some of these recordings feel like one long recording cut up and mixed throughout the track listing. There really isn't anything bad again, but it doesn't feel like the Foos at their finest. Coming from a fan of Foo Fighters since I first heard There Was Nothing Left to Lose, knowing that this band is still going and will continue to make music is always encouraging. When you hear an album like this, though, that continues a trend of albums that don't leave much of an impact, it makes you only wish for better days. Overall, Concrete and Gold is a technically sound album with good mixing and a few solid tracks, but will definitely not be remembered as a standout of Foo Fighters' 9 full-length albums. It will satisfy the diehard fans, there is some merit here for sure, but Concrete and Gold definitely does not have enough luster to truly be golden.